Hey guys, welcome to Two Dudes Talking. I'm DJ. That's Dustin. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's 2021. As Dustin pointed out, offline, it's what, the 21st. What is it now?
I'm going to get this wrong, but I'll try it. It's the
Yeah.
21st day of the 20. I don't freaking remember. It's like the 21st day of the 21st. Fuck it. I don't care.
Apparently it's 21,
A whole bunch
21,
of
21.
21s.
Whatever that means to you.
Yeah, it's like 21st day, 21st.
Yeah.
Something. So I don't fucking know.
Whatever it is, I'm sure QAnon has figured out a way to.
It's the 21st day in the 21st year of the 21st century.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm sure QAnon has figured out a way to manipulate it and scare people into lizard people. It's the day that lizard people are born or something, right?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Anyway, let's get into it. This Saturday, Conor McGregor takes on Dustin Poirier. So McGregor is back. And then we also have Dan Hooker versus and welcoming to the UFC Bellator's once champion Michael Chandler.
Yeah,
let's
huge fights.
Yeah, let's kick it off with the Diamond versus McGregor versus Mac. I mean, look, the way I see it, McGregor finished Poirier really quick the last time they fought. Yeah, I don't see it going down like this again. I think that Dustin Poirier is a fantastic fighter who can learn from his mistakes. I don't see it getting past the second round though. I think the Diamond is pounded into dust by round two. What about you? What are your thoughts?
I think Conor's going to come out pissed off. And I think he's going to try and end it early. And if he can't, he's going to try and end it in amazing fashion in the second round. Because as Khabib said, he's not coming out of retirement unless somebody shows him something. So you got to show him something.
Yeah, I really like so far how the lead up has been. It's been, there hasn't been talking back and forth. It's been, we have a mutual respect for one another. Kenny Florian had pointed out on Twitter that like he did the same thing with Cowboy, and I'm like, well, it's because he has respect for these guys, but also too, they're not a Diaz brother. They don't bring that side out in Conor McGregor. So
be careful what you say about Stockton.
Yeah, well, whatever. But look, yeah, if one of these guys does something spectacular, maybe it'll entice Khabib to come back, because obviously he's not going to be fighting GSP. That fight is dead, according to Dana. So we'll see what happens. I mean, so you see it the same way? Do you see McGregor pulling this off pretty quickly?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to try and come out and show Khabib like, hey, come back. We have unfinished business, even though Khabib finished the business when they fought. But,
yeah,
and then unless Khabib says, oh, you got to go fight the supposedly interim title holder, and I'll wait.
Yeah.
But I don't see that happening.
It's super enticing if McGregor does something spectacular and then Khabib's like, we can sell this fight because now people think that you can beat me, and why not go make a few more $1 million off a fight, and I know it's going to be easy work,
but it's not going to happen anytime soon.
You never know.
Well, I do. Khabib's probably not training. A holy month is coming up in April. He's not going to fight during that. He's not going to fight immediately afterwards because he's probably going to have to go back into camp. So we're talking
summer. We're talking about July 4th. We're talking a July 4th card. That's perfect for this. It all lines up. Moving on, Dan Hooker, Michael Chandler.
Really excited about that fight. Should be a great fight.
Michael Chandler only puts on great. Like he's not a boring fighter.
He's going to come out and hopefully put on a great show like he did in Bellator repeatedly.
And I mean, Dan Hooker's the same way. He's a pretty exciting fighter.
Yeah.
And look, I think that Khabib also opened the door for, if one of these guys does something interesting, I might be enticed to come in. I think that that's more because of Chandler, not because of Hooker. Hooker, I think, is the 5 ranked guy. Michael Chandler not ranked yet. This is going to be his opportunity to kind of get into that mix with a win. But I see Michael Chandler getting a quick knockout too of Dan Hooker, probably second round as well. And I could also see him taking on a McGregor if McGregor wins, because but that's only if Chandler does something, exciting.
I could also see the fight being a slugfest because both guys like to swing. I mean, I could see it just being an all-out brutal, just I'm going to hit you, you're going to hit me for 3 rounds, and eventually one of us is going to drop.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, it could go either way, but I would like Chandler to have a good showing because if he doesn't, I just think it reflects really poorly on Bellator, truthfully. So I think a lot of people in Bellator are holding their breath going, please, please show up.
Yeah. And I mean, it's been a mixed bag for Bellator fighters in the UFC ranks. So I think Michael Chandler, like he's always been a Bellator loyalist. He's been a good soldier. And I think that he wants to show that, the guys in Bellator can compete with the guys of the UFC, and hopefully he can build a case for
here's
that.
his chance.
Yeah. We will see what happens this Saturday on pay-per-view. And yeah, moving on, let's talk a little bit about the NFL. So I wanted to give you a stat and kind of see where we go from there, talk about this for a couple minutes. But over the course of, the last couple of years, so since 2018, there have been 26 head coach openings.
What, 2? I know where you're going.
You know where I'm going. I mean, how many do you think? You probably know this. You've probably seen this stat then. Like, how many head coaches of color have been hired?
I want to say like 2, but I might be high on that number.
No, you're 100% right. It's 2.
Oh, well, that was a guess.
So
Sad. It's pathetic.
I mean, look, it's been a stat that's been floating around today, especially with the announcement of another young coach being hired with the Eagles. And look, he's I think either 29 or 30. I think he's 39 years old.
I think he's 39.
He falls into the Sean McVay kind of mold, right? This young hotshot coordinator, and let's see if we can win with this guy because he's going to bring a different eye to our team.
Yeah,
which is all well and good. But and I know the NFL with the Rooney Rule, etc., pushes NFL teams to diversify their hiring practices, and I am I'm in no doubt that they followed those rules, but they still picked whomever they wanted anyway, because owners are going to owner and they're going to do whatever the heck they want. But my question is why aren't minority candidates getting these jobs? There's Eric Bieniemy still hanging out there.
He should be a head coach.
Of all the openings right now, Salah with the Jets has been the one that has been hired so far. I've shared my my own experience with the NFL and their hiring practices, so I don't have to tell you or you anything, but I just feel like there's something wrong. There's absolutely something wrong with what's going on, and I don't know how we continue to miss the mark, and I think it's the NFL's fault.
I agree with you. Look, they have the Rooney Rule, and I think they use that as a defense against then hiring whoever the hell they wanted to hire. They just go, oh yeah, we met with whoever the person is, but yeah, we didn't like him because this, that, or the other reason.
Yeah.
But then they hire the guy they wanted originally anyway. Bieniemy should be, if I mistake the name, somebody correct me.
No, it's Bieniemy.
Should be a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
It's pathetic that he's not. And the guy that the Eagles just hired, I don't want to say has less experience than Bieniemy, but pretty similar experience, if not the same experience.
He has less, and if
it's even worse.
And I understand he's never played NFL ball like the enemy has. So look, I just think that, look, the knock on the enemy is he doesn't call the plays. But
who cares?
who cares? As a head coach, you don't necessarily call the plays anyway.
That's what your OC's for.
But you're always, like I said, you're always going to find an excuse to not hire someone and take a chance. I just thought that Laurie, who's the owner of the Eagles, would have been a little bit more progressive in finding somebody, but I don't know. I a lot of teams have player committees that help in the interview process. I don't know if the Eagles do that. I like I said, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the team, but I'm more disappointed in the NFL to not figure out. They can regulate every other damn thing. They can't figure out a way to make these billionaire owners do the job that they're supposed to do, which is encourage diversity and not continue to perpetuate the plantation mentality that exists at all of the different teams across the league.
My only question, and I have no knowledge one way or the other, I'm just throwing this out there. Do you think that the owner asked Carson Wentz to try and keep Carson Wentz? Hey, who do you want as your head coach? Like, if anybody out there, who do you want? And do you think he said, yeah, I want that guy that they hired?
Look, outside of a player committee, I don't think that you should be asking one player. I mean, and it's similar to, I don't agree that, a lot of people are out there saying Deshaun Watson in Houston should have, have some say into who's being hired. I think that he should have some say, but not the say. Like I said, I think
you can ask him all you like, and he could tell you. Doesn't mean you have to do it.
Look, I like interview by committee. I like having 3 defensive players, 3 offensive players being involved in the process to making sure that you've done your due diligence. And it doesn't have to be a formal committee interview. It could be, hey, pick up the phone, give this guy a call, ask him a couple questions, let me know what you think. Happens all the time in the business world. Why can't they do it here? I don't know. Well, no, I do know. It's because the NFL still continues to be racist. It is a systemic racism thing. It is part of their process. And eventually this will get wiped out, but maybe not in our lifetime. But we have to keep pushing, and we have to keep questioning, and we have to keep doing things like this that push that envelope.
I agree.
Anyway,
it's sad.
That's all I got. That's all you got?
Yep.
All right. Thanks for listening, following, watching. We'll be back next week. Let us know in the comments what you think. Peace.